Welcome back to the Recovering Out Loud podcast. Today, I'd like to talk about holidays, considering we have a few coming up. Now, I feel like this can be a very triggering time for people in their recovery, and it has to do with a lot of different factors, right? I think that if you're a support person kind of viewing this from the outside, sometimes we can see different things, but I'll just speak from experience that I've heard from others and some of my own and whatnot. But I think sometimes the holidays can bring about a lot of triggering memories, right? Either of times when we were celebrating and using and things like that, or it can bring up mental health kind of concerns, right? Like, we've always compared our holiday experience to others and we come up short, or, whatever that reason is for you that has you feeling, triggered around the holidays or anything. I just wanted to address this. I feel like the more that we can make new memories for ourselves in our new life in recovery, the better. Because the thing is, I've spoken before about this wheel, right? If you imagine our life as a big wheel, the center was our substance, right? So everything connected to that substance, it was our higher power. So when we take that away, we have to adjust these different spokes, let's say, to a new center, right? Now, part of that is our memories of what we would call fun, right? Of what who we would celebrate with, all that kind of stuff. So, I think really making a conscious effort to make new memories, new traditions, celebrate in new ways, I think can be really beneficial, because the more that we can widen our view of life and prove to ourselves, hey, look at that, I am a new person, right? I'm celebrating in these ways. I don't, spend Christmas evening in the drunk tank anymore, whatever the situation is. Um, that being said, I will also bring up, I think, for families in particular, I think the holidays can also be triggering in those ways, right? And you don't even have to be in recovery to be triggered by a holiday. Now, sounds a little bit like an oxymoron, doesn't it? Like triggered by a holiday. Holidays should be fun. They should be relaxing, right? But I think there's a lot of pressures that are put on during this time. And, you know, for our people in recovery who haven't experienced this, maybe this will lend a little insight into maybe why our partner seems a little more tense around the holidays, or why our family seems more stressed out, or whatever. But I think that there's a lot of pressure put on to create the perfect holiday. Oh my God, the food's perfect and everybody's having fun and they're always entertained and constant conversation and blah, 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 right? Because maybe that's what we see on social media, right? Maybe it's unobtainable, that perfection that we strive for sometimes, right? But we still try. We still put ourselves to that standard. And sometimes it's difficult, impossible even, right? So during this holiday season coming up, just try to take a breath. Give yourself a break. It doesn't matter if the cookie got burned. It doesn't matter if the ham isn't perfect, this and that and so on. It doesn't matter. Okay? What matters is that we're alive today. What matters is that we have support around us. We have people who care. Look at that for a moment, right? It's all about our perspective, right? And what we choose to see. We can either choose to see everything that has gone wrong with the day and, oh my, it's terrible, blah, 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 right? We can choose that if we want. We could also choose to say, hey, this is a time when I get to have all my family together. I get to go see them. I get to spend time with them. I get to share joy and bring gifts, and right, that's a special time. We get to rebuild with our family sometimes as well, you know? And sometimes it's even about making a new family, right? Like, let's say we don't have access to our family right now because we're in early recovery and we've burned all our bridges, right? Lean on the rooms, lean on the activities that the different fellowships do, right? Lean on the people in your sober living, lean on your friends, lean on your new tribe. Okay. And if you don't have one, please, before this holiday season starts, find one. All right. Go to the different, and the thing is, like, even if you don't like meetings, you can still go to the events. You don't have to go to the meetings, right? Because at the end of the day, it's about getting reconnected. Okay. Some people do that by sharing what's going on with themselves and hearing others' hardships, right? That's a form of bonding. Okay. Others do that through fun activities, right? But try something different. My challenge to you this holiday season, try something different. Okay. Just step back from yourself for a moment and say, oh, I've heard from multiple people I should try and do this, this, and that. Try it. See what happens. Might surprise yourself, right? You might end up having a better experience than you thought was possible. You might end up being able to change a trigger for yourself and have holidays actually be fun because you've made a new memory. You've been able to move past some of the old ones, okay? Just give it a shot. See what you think. And feel free to leave comments, questions. I'll put my email in there for private questions as well. Um, and just remember there's a whole community here. Like, as an example, if you were to leave a comment on this video talking about, maybe some troubles you've had around the holidays and, you're here locally in Colorado, I would be willing to bet that other people would chime in and say, hey, go try the Santa market in downtown Denver, right? Switch it up, try something new. That would be fun. Hey, let's go there together, blah, blah, blah. That's what the holidays are about. Getting back together, giving back to the community. If you don't feel like celebrating this holiday, that's okay. Go out and do something for someone else. Go to the dollar store, get a Ziploc bag, spend $6. Okay. Put together a bag with 6 items in it from the dollar store and go give that to a brother or sister still hurting on the street out there freezing in the snow. See if that helps you feel a little better. But you got to try something. Okay. So hopefully some of these suggestions have helped, and we'll see you on the next one.